Hello everyone, LD3 back with you for another video. Today we are back in the Golf Club 2, this week on the PGA towards the RBC Canadian Open. Could not find Glen Abbey, which is the host of the tournament, so I'm going to play a different Canadian golf course, Banff Springs, that a lot of people know from the Tiger Woods games and the Roy McIlroy game and stuff like that. I'm going to go play that course, talk about the tour, talk about what happened at the British Open, because I have some thoughts on that. Let's just flat out say it, I was wrong in any of my predictions that happened. But for right now, we're just going to go in and play the game. Okay, here we are at Banff Springs, and this actually looks pretty cool. Not going to lie. With, like, the snow on the ground and stuff like that, it actually looks really, really cool. And we're just going to try to see how my driving works. Literally going to be Jordan Spieth with my driving. Hitting it 100 yards off the fairway, or just right down the middle. That works too. But, yeah, let's talk about the British Open.
Sweet.
I was wrong. Let's just put it out there. I was flat out wrong with everything I said coming up to that tournament. If you guys remember last episode, I literally said the first prediction I made was that I never count out Jordan Spieth. But because of how driving is going to be so vital in this tournament, I honestly didn't expect Jordan to play well. I literally said that as the first thing I said was Jordan Spieth's not going to win this tournament. And I'm literally hitting myself in the head right now. Why did I say that? Because Jordan Spieth ended up winning the tournament. Like, honestly. That was also a very good chip shot, by the way. I'm not going to lie. But literally the first thing I said was that because Jordan Spieth is not the best driver of the golf ball, and it seemed like the course was either narrow or it was very important to drive the ball well, Jordan wasn't going to win that tournament. And it almost happened that way. Jordan Spieth almost lost that tournament because of his driving. If you guys didn't see the tournament, on the 13th hole, he literally decides to blast it 100 yards right of the fairway, starts at 10 yards right of the fairway, slices it another 90 yards, over a hump that wasn't even supposed to be in play, takes an unplayable from there and is hitting 3 from the driving range. He's hitting 3 from the driving range, for crying out loud. Like, it makes no sense how he even had a shot at winning that tournament after that fact. Even though he was playing so well all week, that was literally what his drive was like on 13. Literally 100 yards right of where it was supposed to go. But we're going to disregard that for a second and see if I can find a way out of here. Just going to try something, and I think I hit the tree, so I'm just going to let that go. I hit the tree. Now, I am going to... You know, I'm going to flop it with the gap wedge. Why not? And go. That did not work. Let's just point that out. That did not work. And now I'm going to completely lose this hole so bad. Oh, no. Oh, no, that wasn't good. Now I'm going to have a triple bogey on this hole if I don't make this putt. This putt is for a double. Not the best start to have in the round. But again, sit. Oh,
that was going to be.
Oh, bad putting. Now that's for a triple. That putt is for a triple. And let's see if I can make it. Okay, I can make the triple putt, but not the best start. Not the best start. Well, I had a decent start, but then I tripled the par 3. So that's really what you can say about that. But for right now, we're going to move on. But yeah. And then he was literally, I think it found out it was about 260 to the hole from where he was. It was a 500-yard par 4 right down, like, straight downwind. So it was he was probably, if on line with the fairway, probably about not even 200 out. But because he was so far wide of the fairway, he had 260 in. Had to play over the humps and then over over the humps and then over the entire rough in the fairway and then over bunkers to the green. He comes up short of the bunkers, but he hits his I think 3-iron about like 240-ish, about 20 yards short of the pin. And then makes this miraculous up and down with like downhill, downwind, like downhill lie, all that stuff, craziness going on. And that's going to be a good layup, by the way. That's a very good layup, but yeah. And he makes an up and down for a 5, which at that point put him 1 behind. And I'm not even going to get started about the start of his round. The start of his round was just atrocious, but yeah, he goes 1 behind, and then sit down. That's going to be a really good shot. That's going to be a birdie putt. That is a birdie putt right there, fellas. But
5-footer here, nothing too bad.
He goes 1 behind, and then he goes on probably the greatest run I've ever seen live on television. The greatest, like, major run I have seen live. He goes, after that bogey, which was probably the most miraculous bogey I've ever seen. That's a birdie, by the way. He goes birdie on 14 after almost holing it on a par 3. Makes 2 on the par 3. Makes an eagle on the 15th hole with a 50-foot putt for eagle. I literally saw the line. It was like uphill, downhill, then back uphill. He has perfect speed, perfect line, goes straight in. No idea how he does it, but it happened. Get a little bit left. Go a little bit. Okay, I was a little short there too, but that's going to be an interesting bunker shot. But then he birdies 16 and 17, and then he's 2 ahead with 1 to play after being 1 behind 3 holes earlier. That is absolutely insane, and I just sculled that with my oh my goodness, that was bad. I'm not playing well on the par 3s today at Banff Springs. Fun fact, too, about Banff Springs while I'm at it. Banff Springs was actually the host of the PGA Tour Q School when they still had that going, when the Web.com Tour wasn't really the only way in.
Okay, let's see what you can
This was where Q School was a lot of the time, or I think much of the time, actually, I'm pretty sure. But that's only a bogey. Not the worst that could have happened. It wasn't a triple leg last time, and I'm 3 over through 4 holes, so not the worst start I could have had. Also, I went golfing this weekend and shot 89, so that was pretty good. I didn't play well. I didn't play that. Actually, no, that's the exact opposite of what I wanted to say. I didn't play that bad. I had 2 quads, so if I didn't have the 2 quads and they were both pars, I shot 81. So that's really all. Like there were really 2 bad blow-up holes, and besides that, I played fairly well. But besides that, we're just gonna forget about my golf round. I kind of made a miraculous par save myself, actually. You know what? I'm gonna talk about that because that was probably my favorite par save I've honestly had ever playing golf. It was probably the greatest par save I've ever seen. By me, at least. But what happened was that go a little bit. Yikes, I didn't know it was that uphill. But what happened was that it was the 9th hole. Probably about 380, I would say. So I sliced my drive into the woods. Oh my goodness, that was an awful putt. What was I trying to do there? I was thinking about it last time, but
all right, 25.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna focus on this putt first. Go. Now it's gonna be way too far, isn't it? Yep, it's gonna be way too far. Okay, cool. But I blast my drive into the woods. I slice it, so it hits a bunch of trees. It falls straight down. That only goes about 190 because of how far it hit the trees and the slicing and stuff. Usually, my drive's about 250, so that's probably what would have happened if it was straight. But oh well. But what happened after that was that I decided I was about 190 out. So I took like my hybrid club and tried to hit a little punch shot through the trees and just get it up near the green, which I kind of did. But at the same time, I was trying to slice it back around, but instead it kind of stayed out straight and actually took a little draw. off it, which, yikes, I did not want that to happen. It actually took the cart path and went about 30 yards. Went like 30 yards, like, past the hole. Not really 30 yards past the hole, but like 10 yards past the pin, and then probably like 30 yards away. So I probably had like a 30 to 40 yard shot. Elevated green from like a kind of trampled down lie. Just off the cart path. Let's see if I can make this birdie putt first. Let's see, and go. Go. Oh, that's actually not a bad putt. Go. Ooh, just short. That's going to be a par. But yeah, nice, and there, it's like, the pin's probably like 10 to 15 feet above me. Not, actually, probably a little more than that, to be honest with you. So, it was a pretty hard shot. I'm like, hey, I'm just going to flop this up there. Why not? I'm going to hit a fun shot, hit a flop shot. Why not? Why is this tree directly in my line? Why is this tree directly in my line? I'm not sure, but I don't like it. I don't like it one bit, and I'm just going to blast it right down the middle. Cool. I'll take that. But yeah. So I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to flop it. And this was like a 40-yard flop shot, too. I hit it to 2 feet. I hit this flop shot that I'm a decent flop shot hitter, but I'm not that great of a flop shot hitter. Like,
it wasn't super
when I played a lot more and was playing on the golf team and stuff in high school, I could probably do a lot better. But now that I'm not playing as much and I'm doing YouTube and I'm working and stuff like that, I wasn't able. I don't practice those shots as much and I don't hit them that well. Just like I don't hit those fairway bunkers that well in this game. But yeah, so I hit it to 2 feet. It goes straight up in the air, lands probably 10 feet from the hole, rolls out to about 2 feet, and I make the par putt. Slice drive, horrible layup / like punch up to the green, and then like the greatest flop shot I've ever hit to 2 feet, make the putt. Like, makes no sense to me. That's gotta roll more. Yikes, that's gotta roll. Oh no. I probably will putt that. Yeah, I'll putt that. Let's see here. Okay, this should be a putt I should be able to make if I can get it there. Oh, low. Dang it. That's going to be a bogey. Dang it. I'm not playing well right now. Last few holes, just a few bogeys. Not the best work. Actually, no, wait. That's a par, isn't it? No, it is a bogey on a par 5. Dang it. 6 over through 7, though. Not the worst it's been. But now I'm going to hit this close on a par 3, maybe. Up it up a smidgen, and we're going to aim over here, and we're going to go. Oh, that's going to be perfect, actually. That's going to be really good. That's going to be really good. Oh, that stopped right there, though. I wish it rolled more. Now it's going to roll down the hill because there's a fault. Dang it. All right, but yeah. Going back to the Open. Jordan Spieth started out fantastic. He went 65, 69, 65. And he played really well. I wasn't able to watch a lot of that because I was out camping all weekend and there was literally no internet connection. But I was able to catch up on like post-round stuff and see where he was at and all that stuff. And from what it looked like, he was playing fairly well. He was recovering well. His driving wasn't becoming that much of a problem because he was still getting low scores. And it kind of seemed like that overall, that my prediction that driving was going to be key wasn't that big of a deal. Because he just went at it and was like, okay. And honestly, he kind of knew his driving wasn't going to be that great, so he just let it go and just knew, okay, I got to just accept what happens. And that's kind of how he said, that's kind of what he said post-round after the 4th round was, okay, he knew he wasn't that good of a driver, and he knew that his driving hasn't always been great. So he's like, okay, I know that I've been in bad situations before, so I'm just going to accept the bad situation. Know what questions to ask, know how to, like, know the rules and stuff like that, and how to get out of certain situations and stuff like that. Let's see here. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, that actually could be really good if it rolls. Oh, good shot. That's going to be a birdie putt. Okay. That is going to be a birdie putt to finish off the front side. And gaboop. And I'm going to miss it, aren't I? Oh, it rolls in for a birdie. Okay. Okay, not the worst 9. What is that? A 41 5 over. That's actually not bad at all. The 2 birdies, I will take that. But yeah, it's just like, okay, I know what to do. I know I've been in bad situations before, Jordan said. So I knew what questions to ask, what to do, like how to respond to the adversity of the bad drive, stuff like that. So he was just like, okay, it's another situation. Let's move on. And he said, if I was a straight driver of the golf ball and like hit driver really well, he wouldn't have made a 5 on that hole. He probably would have made like a 6 or a 7. And that's going to be a really good bunker shot if that sits. Nice. Okay. So yeah, he just goes in, loop-de-doo. He's like, oh, is the driving range out of bounds? No. Okay. All right, I'm going to hit it from here then. And he just figures out a good way to figure out stuff. And yeah, it's really, that hole honestly won him the tournament, because if he made a 6 or a 7 there, Kuchar might have had a little more momentum with a little higher lead, and he would have been like, okay, I actually have a good chance at staying and actually winning this tournament. Let's actually go out and be a little aggressive and make sure we win this thing. Instead of Jordan making that miraculous comeback on 13 and then absolutely lapping the field 14 through 17. Like, that's really what happened. And Jordan was just like, all right, cool, let's go. And it happened, and he won. So good for him on that. But overall, his 4 rounds was really good. He played really well all 4 days. Or he played well the first 3 days. He didn't play that great the 4th day. He played great the back 9 of the 4th day. But overall, I would say his tournament was one of the better ones he has played in a while. And how did that just stop like that? Wow. Like he won at the Travelers, so you kind of expected him to play fairly well. And is that a par save or not? Oh my goodness, what a par save there.
And that'll keep you at 5
but
for the round.
Yeah, he won at the Travelers. He won there with a kind of in a playoff over Daniel Berger. So he was in pretty good form, but earlier in the year he hadn't been playing that great. That's an awful drive. That might be worse than Jordan's drive. Oh my goodness, and I just hit a tree and fall straight flat. Okay, but yeah, like, it's not... he was coming in pretty decent form, so we kind of knew that his form was pretty good and that he was going to play decently. I just didn't expect him to actually go out and win the tournament. Like, if I knew driving wasn't going to be that much of a priority, then I would have been Jordan has probably the best chance out of everyone, because he was coming off a win and all that stuff. But, like, I still can't believe I got that prediction so wrong. Like, that was just pure trash predicting right there. I'm like, driving's probably going to be the most important factor of the British Open, like it usually is. And then Jordan Spieth has no chance because his driving sucks. Like, Jordan Spieth's driving doesn't suck. Like, I completely underestimated his driving, and that's going to be a bogey, by the way, I think. So, like, his driving, like, overall, he has a really good game. He has a really good overall game. His putting is really the only thing that he's above average with. And he's gotten so much better with his irons this year, too, that he probably would have been able to, like, destroy the field that way. And that's kind of what he did. Like, even with his bad, like, driving, his irons saved him all the day. So that's kind of what saved him in this tournament. That's going to be a really good shot, even though it's going to be just off the green. But
unlucky. I take back that last comment.
His driving is probably the only thing that's, like, his driving's pretty average, I would say. And then his irons have been average, but they're a lot better. And then his short game is just unbelievable. But so with that, I'm like, okay, since he's not that great of a driver, underestimating his driving. Since he's not that great of a driver, he probably shouldn't win this tournament. Then he goes out, he hits average drives, but then his irons and his short game are absolutely legendary. Absolutely legendary. with those clubs, and that's going to be a slice and a half. Yikes. Just carry the bunker. That's all I need you to do is carry the bunker, and I'll be good. Okay. All right, we're good there. Banff Springs is a fun course, I think. It's not that long.
Okay,
you can play fairly decently.
But I don't
anytime you want to. 199, hitting the 3-wood. I actually hit that pretty good. Is that going to roll up on the green? Oh my goodness, what a shot. Get up. Get up. Sit. 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 Oh, that's a green in regulation. Nice. That was a lot better shot than I expected that to be. Okay, and I have a birdie putt now from above the hole. 20 feet. Wow. That was actually a lot better shot than I expected that to be. Okay. Go. Just get there. Get there. Turn. Oh, sit now. Oh. You guys saw that. I barely tapped that. I barely tapped the ball. And it blew 7 feet by the hole, and that's going to be a par. I like the yellow ball today, too. I haven't even realized that I'm playing with the yellow ball because I believe it's like sun raining or something like that, but regardless, I am still playing well, and oh, let's go. Let's go. Elevated tees. My favorite shots ever whenever I play golf are the elevated tee shots. Because it just sits in the air forever, and you're just like, how far is it going to land down there? Hit the cart path. Hit the cart path and run. Run down the cart path. Let's go. Oh, I got a really good jump off the cart path, though. That's just rolling for days. Okay.
Oops.
But yeah. Yeah, congratulations to Jordan. I know I've been rambling for a really long time. Congratulations to Jordan. Great work. Completely proving me wrong in every way possible. And like I said, I never doubt Jordan out in any tournament because he's just that well-rounded of a player. But then I underestimated him here, and is that going to be a birdie chip? Oh. And then he wins. So I'm never going to underestimate him again. Jordan, you can just like Tiger in his prime, you can go out and win any tournament you play. You have a chance in every single tournament you play. Just because you're just that well-rounded of a player. Even if one part of your game is down, the other parts of your game are probably playing okay, and you can probably still dominate. Like, that's how good of a player you are. You're one leg shy of a career Grand Slam. Let's not even get into that. In 3 weeks, you could be a career Grand Slam winner and basically be put into the Hall of Fame next week. Like, that's pretty crazy at 24 years old. His birthday's this week sometime. So happy birthday to him, early or late. I don't remember which day it is. I apologize, but happy early or belated birthday, depending on when your birthday actually is. And yeah, that's really all I have to say about the Open. Jordan Spieth, absolute animal. Never underestimate him again. Please never underestimate him again, I will say. You never know, he might get into another weird slump or something, and I'll be like, he's not feeling well, and then he's going to win another. But regardless, I am not playing that bad in this game. Jordan Spieth is giving me confidence to play well in this game. Is that going to be another par save? Oh my goodness, the 20-foot par saves are working today. The 20-foot par saves are working today, and I only have one bogey on the back nine. I could break 80 in this game for the first time. Like, that's awesome. That is flat out awesome. Just talking about how awesome Jordan Spieth is making my game even more awesome. Is that going to be another fairway? Just get to the fairway, please. Yes, all right. Not the longest drive, but there was wind in the face, so nice. I will take it. 130 into the wind. 145 should be perfect. Let's go. Let's go. And I hit it straight, too, so that should be perfect.
I think this is
that should be perfect. Okay. You know what? A little long and left, but that's okay. That's on the green for a birdie. Maybe we can shoot even par on this backside. Maybe we can shoot even par on this backside. If I make the putt, it doesn't turn until the end. It didn't turn until the end. Disappointment, but another par. My pars are working out great on this backside. I am very happy. 2 birdies, a triple, 3 bogeys, a double, a triple, and then 2 birdies. So, not the best round, but not the worst round. And we're ending on a par 5, a short par 5. at that fact. So hopefully we can find a way to go and get a birdie on this last hole and get even par for the round. It seems, though, like it's not really that likely because of how much of a dogleg this hole is. But that's going to be a good start right down the middle of the fairway to start out. I'll take that. 255. Not bad. We're going to have how far in? 261 in. So let's just blast it down there as far as we can. Let's see what we can do here. Have a nice easy chip in, except for the fact I'm going to slice it. But because of the wind and the slice, I should still be in the fairway. There we go, about 215 down there. Going to have like a 50-yard pitch shot in. Not bad at all. 57 yards, 55 pitch shot. Perfect. That's not a good shot, though. Yikes. Good distance control, but that was a pull and a half there. And with the wind, I probably should have aimed left to begin with. And now we're going to have a 26-footer to see if we can get even par on the backside. Ooh! Ooh, not a bad putt. I've been automatic with these 4-footers, so I'm going to be okay with that. And there we go. That's a 1 over par backside. That, I believe, is a 30... That's a 77 round. That is a 77 after my best round on this game is an 83. 36 on the backside, 41 on the front. What an absolute mammoth of improvement. And I haven't even played in between either. I just went in and went, and it worked out. Banff Springs, fun course, great time. And yeah, enjoy the RBC Canadian Open next week. The WGC event, it's in a couple weeks, and then we got the PGA Championship. Everything is going down right now. Very exciting time in the PGA Tour. Hopefully we can get another few more younger winners, a few more major champions. And yeah, that's about it from me. I'm not sure what I was trying to say there, but we're just going to move on into next week. So if you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and drop it with a like. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more from me. And I will see you guys with a new video real soon. Bye.